This is a Frank podcast.
Welcome to the Extremely Casual Gamers podcast with Ellie, Chris and Guy. This is a casual gaming podcast for the everyday gamer, and on this episode we're going to be discussing how all games aren't just shooters, guys. I want to talk about all games, now not necessarily shooty shoot, gun gun bang bang.
But I like the shooty gun gun bang bang ones.
And that's okay. You can like that.
Are we talking like children in this episode? What's going on? So are you sick of people thinking that they're always just shooty games?
Yeah,
Okay.
I just want to have a chat about it. Just a general chat.
Okay.
We're also going to be entering the Hunger Games with you, Chris, and with video game characters.
That's right, and feel free to play along at home. My idea this week is you have to be in the Hunger Games situation. You get 3 characters to be your allies. Who would you pick and why? We'll discuss that later on.
I've got a solid 3 that I think are a slam dunk, but also could possibly really suck.
Yeah,
awesome.
right. Okay,
That's where I'm sitting at.
That's one hell of a tease, Guy.
Yeah.
Wow. And Guy, you've got listener feedback plus the winners for our Helldivers 2 competition and Stellar Blade competitions. There's lots of winners today.
I'm just dishing out good news.
Good news all round. Well, do you want to start then with some listener feedback?
Let's do it! You can, of course, hit us up on our Instagram, Extremely Casual Gamers Podcast. While you're on there, give us a follow. And also go to the link tree where you can find our YouTube, our TikTok, and of course our Facebook group, Extremely Casual Group for Extremely Casual Gamers, which is where our question of the week comes from. It's from Kaichi, and he said in the group, what are your go-to party games? I've always been fond of the pre-Wii Mario Party games and certain games within the Jackbox game packs, specifically Drawful, Bomb Corp, and Trivia Murder Party. Now that one on Jackbox is a fun game.
Yes.
Murder Trivia Party.
Yeah.
So a lot of people commenting, saying Mario Party, which I can concur. It's a fantastic one. Mario Kart, Buzz. Do you remember Buzz on PlayStation?
loved
The
Buzz.
quiz game, and it came with the bloody 4 actual Buzz controllers
The
that would
buzzers.
always get in a tangled mess.
Yes. I loved it.
Trackmania, someone suggested whatever that game is.
Banger.
Mini games on Pokemon Stadium, that was from Chris.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
But the most talked about one, and I want to talk about, is Jackbox, because Jackbox is a game that's been basically an annual release since 2014, and you can get it on Xbox and PlayStation and PC. So you buy a little pack, it's only like $15.
Yeah, it's not expensive.
And it gives you 5 mini games per pack, right?
Yeah.
And there's some, some of them are hit and miss, but there's some really fun games on there. And the whole point is that you have it on the console, but then you play on your phone.
Yeah.
So you don't need 4 controllers.
You don't need 4 controllers. You just need one to, move stuff around. And then you just need an internet browser. So it could be your phone or your laptop. You punch in a code that is shown on the screen, and then you're in the game.
Yeah.
And that's how you play along. And the reason I want to talk about Jackbox is hopefully you saw the good news is that for years, everybody's been asking for like an adult R18 version of Jackbox. And they announced this week that this year there is going to be an adult's version of a Jackbox game.
Oh my gosh.
Because these games mostly played by adults,
Yeah.
at least in our experience, but there's a PG sort of M theme to them.
Yeah.
Whereas this one is going to be just, I don't know what's going to be in it, but it's going to be pretty racy.
Oh my gosh, yeah, because when we play it with my friends, we already get a little bit racy and a little bit dirty because we play Quiplash.
Quiplash
so
is
have you
fun.
played that?
That's great.
Yeah, so that one always can get a little bit down and dirty. And we also play T-shirt KO. Have you played that one?
I haven't played that one.
No,
No.
you design, you basically put a whole lot of slogans in and a whole lot of paintings in, and then you create T-shirts, and you've got to vote for your best T-shirt.
I have played that one.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
great
funny.
as well. And also the name Jackbox, it lends itself to an adult version,
It
doesn't
absolutely does.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ellie's brain is having a field day right now, So it's a no-brainer, really.
So a big thank you to Kaichi for sending in that question. Now, I posed a question in the Extremely Casual group for Extremely Casual Gamers. Normally, somebody posts in the group saying, what are you playing this weekend?
Yeah.
And, everyone dives in. But I wanted to know what you're playing this weekend and also what you do for a living. Because
Love
we
this
know,
question.
so we've got Chris from Utah who we talked about. He's a truck driver. Somebody also mentioned that they were playing Spider-Man 2. They're a fireman. And as when you watch the NPC fireman in Spider-Man 2, he was very impressed at how realistic it was that they were using like the right valves and the right cufflinks and stuff for the hoses.
Cufflinks.
Well, not cufflinks. Is it called cufflinks?
No,
Couplings.
Couplings.
Oh, nice.
And also the firemen, when they were dressed up, they had good cufflinks. So I wanted to know what you did for a living. And so many people dived in to the point where I've written a poem.
Have you actually?
Yes.
Have you? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Go.
All right, so This is all about people who listen to our podcast.
Can I just say quickly, I'm the only one who hasn't written a poem now.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a weight of expectation
Step
on
it
that.
up, mate.
Absolutely.
Step it up.
I'm going to try and read this without tripping over.
Yes.
In a podcast realm where game lovers meet, each with a story, each in their seat, from diverse walks of life they come to play, finding solace in pixels, night or day. Michael, in the chill of the Meatworks air, finds warmth in Fortnite's vibrant flair, building forts and dodging strife, battling royale. He savors life. Will, with tints on cars so sleek, explores with Lara secrets they seek. In ancient tombs and ruins bold, he finds his tales of fortunes told. Jess, the zookeeper's daily roam, finds a kindred spirit in Animal Crossing's home, tending creatures both big and small in digital islands that enthrall. Jack, who keeps the peace by day, swings through New York City in Spider-Man's play, saving lives with webbed thread, heroic deeds his daily bread. Paul, along the rails so fast, rewinds in Prince of Persia's vast, ancient sands and mysteries deep. In every journey, secrets keep. It's two more.
I'm loving it.
Kurt, who heals with Navy pride, finds joy in Xbox passes wide. From shooters sharp to puzzles deep, in virtual worlds, his care runs steep. Here in this podcast, tales are told of games and lives, adventures bold. In every episode that you tune to hear, a world of gamers' joys appear.
Amazing. That was awesome.
That's a lovely little poem, guys. Well done. I didn't know he had such a flair for poetry on this podcast.
I know. That was awesome.
How good's ChatGPT?
I was about to say.
I wondered, to be honest.
I was like, you never use any of these terminologies.
I say enthrall at least twice.
And you also came and was like, sorry guys, I've been really busy. My parents are staying at the moment. So and then it was just like, he's had time to write a 200-word poem.
I tell you what though, I had to punch in a few commands.
Yeah.
So that took a while.
Oh, yeah.
And then I had to delete.
Ellie, your poems,
They're real.
are they real?
They actually are.
Good.
Yeah, I actually did write all those.
I just liked reading a poem.
But-
That was great though.
I think the giveaway was all the certain words that you would never say.
And also like no genital reference or Ash's mum
Exactly.
reference. in there.
Yeah.
I needed to add some guyisms to it.
Guyisms.
Yeah,
that
but
sounds
anyway,
gross.
That is
Guyism.
listener/chat GPT feedback.
Loved that. It was awesome to see and hear how many people have different jobs and play games.
And obviously that was just a handful of some of them. There are so many people on there. Big shout out to everybody that got involved. And if you want to throw your 2 cents in, Extremely Casual Group for Extremely Casual Gamers on Facebook.
Beautiful. Now it must be time for some gaming news.
Gaming news. Gaming news. Beloved gaming personality scammed in retro Pokemon game scheme.
What? Is this another news story about your buying
Yeah, is this
shit on
you?
Trade Me?
Let me read that again. Beloved gaming personality scammed in retro Pokemon game scheme.
Did you buy something about Pokemon, Ellie?
No, it wasn't me. It's obviously I'm like,
I said beloved.
That's why I said beloved. That's what threw me off.
How dare you? Breaking news, I was scammed on Facebook.
Is this the Facebook Marketplace
Yes.
link? You said, am I going to get it?
And I was like, this is 50-50. Remember, the situation was a Pokemon game popped up for sale. It was...
sorry. Continue.
Hey, man, this is good content. Hugely embarrassing. So, Pokemon game popped up for sale. It was Soul Silver, Pokemon Soul Silver on Nintendo DS. It came with a Pokewalker valued at about $550 New Zealand.
Yeah.
I don't know, 300 US or something. It was on there for $160, $150. And the description was, my son wants a new bike, so I've told him he has to sell all his DS games to get one.
That's right.
And I was like feeling bad because I was ripping off a little kid who wanted a bike.
And you gave her 160 because you wanted
I
to pay
paid
for
for
postage.
postage.
The irony.
I gave her $10 for postage. I was like, you know what? I feel bad. I want little Timmy to get his motorbike or his bicycle or whatever it was.
Yeah.
She sent me a photo of her license. It was all legit.
Yeah, that's right.
Everything
That's
was
what gave me faith. I was like, oh.
Totally. And I was like, you know what? This is a punt. If it works, I wasn't going to sell the game for profit anyway. I actually wanted to collect. I like the game.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want to have it. And so I was like, look, $150, $10 for shipping. This is either going to be a scam or I'm going to get this sweet Pokemon game at a bargain price.
Yeah.
Turns out it was a massive scam. So a week had passed. This is 2 weeks ago. I think I talked about it on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A week had passed and it hadn't arrived. but I sent it to my work. In case it was a scam, I didn't want them to know my home address.
Fair enough.
Smart, nice.
Yeah, very smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, smart. That's
Yeah.
what comes to mind when I think of this story. So I go to reception, and because it's a situation, you guys both used to work there,
Yeah.
where
Yes.
if you want something posted, it goes to a PO box.
Yeah.
If you want something sent to the building, you have to put the actual address in.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, the lady must have posted it and put our address instead of putting the PO box. I thought she was going to courier it.
Yeah,
So I was like,
right.
that's why it's taking ages, because eventually it'll get to the PO box.
Yeah.
Talked to the lady at the reception. I was like, is this? I basically said that just what I just said to you guys. I was like, is this basically how it works? She's like, nah, it just comes straight to us.
Oh.
That was my first hint.
Oh, no.
That I was maybe scammed.
Yeah.
Okay. I then went on my Facebook. I clicked on her profile and I typed it into Facebook search, and it came up with everything she's currently selling, and everyone had commented underneath every single thing. Don't buy, massive scammer. Oh, I know. And one of them was someone had bought like Pokemon Platinum off her. Same sort of thing. My son's collection, an old a Nintendo Wii system.
Yeah.
Someone had bought for $200 or something, and then so it was like when you look at it all, it looked like a mum selling all her kids' stuff,
Yes, yeah.
and it was all of the same sort of era.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's someone who's like stolen this woman's identity and is like understands the worth of all of these things.
Well,
without actually owning them.
This is the weird thing about it is she said to me she worked at Lower Hut Countdown in the deli section. And so I was like, who's making that up, first of all?
Yeah, it's very specific.
Yeah, so I was like, she's def's legit. And then she sent her license. I've now gone back and looked at the license. It expired in 2018. And so I think what she's done is and her bank account details, which I put my money into, including 10 for shipping, it's the same name as on the license, which makes me think that's her maiden name.
Oh, yeah, bro.
So
yeah.
what can you do now? Can
This
you
is-
report it to the police? Can you do anything?
This is what's kept me awake at night.
Yeah.
I even messaged a police friend of mine, not
Yeah.
the one you're thinking of, another one, who I knew is a bit more fast and loose.
Yeah.
Because the guy we know, he's pretty much, he's a rules man.
Yeah, nice.
And I was like, hey, if I give you someone's driver's license, can you tell me what their name is now, please? And then he was just like, absolutely not. But if you file a and it took me through this full process that would take 3 months. And then he said, but to be honest, you probably won't get anything back.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
So I think she's like, congrats to her. She's pulling off one hell of a scheme. I wanted to blow the whistle on her to stop other people from falling for it.
Yeah.
Because it's fine. Like I knew the punt I was taking.
Yeah.
Because I do a gaming podcast, it's kind of tax deductible anyway. Although I don't think scams come under that. I don't know. So
And also saying it on the podcast, and
No,
if the IRD happens to listen, is that like an admission of you won't get...
shout out to the IRD listening to the ECG podcast, by the way.
Sure.
So I just thought I'd keep you guys in the loop.
Yeah.
My Pokemon collection, it started with me putting a couple of bids on a couple of games that sold for 4 times more than I was willing to offer.
Yeah.
I then got scammed.
So you're 0 for 2 right now.
My current collection is 0 games and I'm 160 in the hole. What's that about?
Gaming news!
Gaming news.
But I do have gaming news.
Okay, gaming
Okay,
news. Bit of lag there, sorry.
Gaming news. Cluster bomb, 500 kg bomb, hell bomb, review bomb.
What?
Helldivers 2 has been in the headlines for the last week. This is because obviously Helldivers 2 is a Sony exclusive game. You can play it on PlayStation 5 and you can play it on PC with Steam, right? PlayStation this week have announced in order for Steam users to continue playing Helldivers 2 from the 4th of June, you have to have a PSN account. We all have one if we have a PlayStation.
Yeah.
It is free to sign up to a PSN account. It is just a quick email, username, password, verify your email, and you're away laughing. It's not PlayStation Plus, which some people get confused with. And that's where
Yeah.
this has come from.
Yeah.
So in order for PC users to use it, from that date onwards, they just have to get a PSN. Helldivers actually, and Arrowhead Studios actually had this in like the T's and C's with Steam. Like this isn't, they didn't just drop this on them.
Right.
This is something that they said will eventually happen.
Right.
Steam users are furious. 100,000 negative reviews have come through on Steam for
Wow.
Helldivers 2. They've deliberately
Review bombed it.
review bombed this game. Now,
And hang on, just quickly, and this is purely because they have to make a PSN account. That's it.
that's what it has started with. So it
Right.
was like
Okay.
people complaining about a PSN account when actually, if you think about it, there are so many games that you play. For you to have a third-party account is actually completely normal. For you to play Fortnite, it is a free game.
make an
You have
Epic
to get an
account.
Epic Games account.
Yeah.
Same with Call of Duty and lots of Minecraft. So
Yeah.
that's not what it's about. People then started arguing, oh, well, Sony have had like X amount of data breaches in the last 10 years. Those comments and those comments are on Facebook and on Instagram, which is, people are worried about their data being leaked and their data
Bullshit.
being used. And it's like, you are leaving this comment on Facebook.
Yeah.
Like, your data is everywhere.
I'm furious because of the possible data breaches.
Exactly,
That is
right?
such a long bow to draw.
Exactly, right. However, the third thing I kind of get, because PSN, so what, there are 190, 189 countries in the world. PSN is only available in 69 of them.
Oh,
Nice.
nice. But not nice.
But not
Nice, but not
nice.
nice.
That's very exclusive, yes.
Every single country in Africa, apart from South Africa, you can't get a PSN account. There are some countries in Europe, like in the Baltic state, some of those countries can't get PSN.
Oh, that sucks.
This is a Sony issue where Sony isn't allowing PSN in these countries. So
Right.
basically, there are people who have paid for a game, who play it on Steam, who have just been told they cannot play it from June 4th. So that I get.
No, that's terrible.
Yeah.
That sucks. That's something that Sony needs to fix.
Yeah.
The main reason, you're probably wondering, why have Sony all of a sudden made this a thing?
Yes.
Their argument is because it's to help you as the Helldiver player report toxic activity and bullying, because then you can then associate the player to the PSN account, and then their PSN account
Right, okay.
can be blocked and banned, right?
So that's a way for them to be able to control that part
exactly.
of it. Right, okay.
Seems,
Okay.
that seems like that might be the what's the word?
The sort of the public spin.
The public spin on it.
Yeah.
Some people are also theorizing that the reason that they're doing this is so that eventually it can port to Xbox.
I love
which
people
is-
that theorize on stuff.
Which, if that is it's a rumor, it's a theory, that's quite exciting. It's what everybody's been wanting
Yeah,
as
true.
Xbox players. However, only 69 countries can have PSN, and there are
Nice.
people out here
Nice.
who will from June 4th not be able to play Helldivers 2. So
That
that sucks.
sucks.
However,
That does.
100,000 review bombs, grow up.
Yeah.
Grow up.
Get a
Act
life.
your age, not your freaking shoe size.
Yeah.
And that is gaming news.
Gaming news. Good stuff, man.
G'day, Chris here from the Extremely Casual Gamers podcast. Quick disclaimer, since recording this episode, Sony have since changed things. You no longer need to have a PSN account to play Helldivers 2, which is bloody excellent, and anyone can play it, even those in Africa. How good?
Games aren't just shooty shoot, win, win, win. That's the end of my segment.
So
you
something's
agree?
obviously, you've obviously got a bee in your bonnet.
I've got a little bee in my bonnet. No, I wanted to have a chat today about essentially what classes. Okay, it's kind of two sort of. It's a bit of fork here. It's a bit of a fork situation.
All right, well, how about this? Guy will go right, I'll go left.
Yeah, nice, good, good,
Okay.
yeah. Now, my first point was just that over the last few weeks, I've been playing Stardew Valley, as you know.
Have you?
I have. Have I not mentioned that?
What is that game?
I'm so addicted to it. It's so bad. But I've had a few people, one of them being my mum, which there's a generation gap there, but people sort of saying, oh, so what's that? And how do you win that? And I'm like, yeah, no, like you don't win that. Like you don't really, I mean, you might, I've not actually got to the end, but you know what I'm trying to say. It's like you don't really win it. It's just like you just play it. And she was one of 3 people that had said something along those lines to me recently of like, oh, well, so is there like shooting and stuff? And I'm
Like, what's the point?
yeah, pretty much. And I'm like, there's a massive perception out there that like video games are just Call of Duty, Fortnite, anything that involves combat and a gun. I know this is, again, generalizing. I know that. But it kind of made me realize that people don't even class themselves as gamers unless they're playing something like that.
Right, okay.
So like my best friend, for example, I know that in the past she's played The Sims. Like
That's
I knew
gaming.
that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
gaming, right? I went around to her house the other day and she's like, oh my God, Ellie, I've been playing this game called Project Zomboid. And I was like, what? What do you mean? She's like, oh, I've been playing like hours of it. And I was like, wait, are you like a gamer? And she's like, no, I'm not really. And I'm like, no, you are though. Like, you are a gamer. Just because you're not playing COD or
Fortnite, yeah.
you are still a gamer. And I really want to try and, with this podcast, reframe that whole self-perception of whether you're a gamer or not. Then I had another friend, I shared something on my story the other day, and she replied to it and said, oh my gosh, yeah, keen to try this. Oh, it was the Helldivers video. She goes, oh, I'm keen to try this. Now, this is a girl I went to kindy with. I've known her since I was 3 years old. I had no idea that she had a console, didn't know she gamed. And I was like, oh, do you have a do you have a gaming console? And she's like, yeah, I've got a PS5.
Oh my
I was
God.
like, oh my God, there's all these people out there
Wow.
that are actually gamers, and she plays Crash Bandicoot. Like, that's it. She just really plays Crash Bandicoot. But all these people out there that I'm like, oh, you don't realise you're gamers. And I do wonder whether people see our podcast on social media sometimes and go, oh, that's not me.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is, it is you. It is you. If you're playing any game, you are a gamer, and it isn't just about shooting. It can be about comfort. It can be about cozy. It can be about puzzles and solving.
Problem solving. Yeah.
It can be like when you get home from work, you put on your guilty pleasure show. We've talked about this.
Yeah.
You know, yours might be Scrubs, How I Met Your Mother. Like mine's Seinfeld at the moment. You just chuck it on and zone out. You can do the same with gaming, with games like Animal Crossing.
Yes.
Your one is with Stardew Valley. Anything like that.
Yeah, mine's all to unwind, really. I realise I'm very much a cozy gamer, and it's to unwind, and I don't want my heart rate to be risen while I'm trying to game. Like Uncharted, didn't love the first opening scene.
Sorry about that. That was a stitch up. Yeah. Literally the most panic-inducing thing.
But there are people out there that to unwind and calm down, they play like high intensity games.
Totally.
You know, that's just how they do it.
Yeah, totally.
I don't get that, eh? That whole like, I've got to go. I'm about to go to bed, so I'm going to play a real high stakes multiplayer online shooter game that requires me to have the sharpest reflexes. yeah. God, I caught a Ditto last night.
Oh yeah,
because I'm playing Pokemon Gold at the moment, and you need a Pokemon. You need a Ditto for breeding purposes.
Oh, okay.
And I was sorry, I don't know why I paused for so long after that.
You were waiting for us to say something dirty.
No. And so Ditto's now at the daycare centre, and I'm just revolving different. Don't even worry about it. We've got the whole egg situation going on. But even just from catching a Ditto, because it had a 4% appearance rate, I was wired and couldn't sleep for like an hour.
Oh,
Let alone doing like a battle royale. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because we play Helldivers and we finish that like between 10:30 and 11 p.m.
There's a reason why we stop at I stop at 10:30.
Yeah.
I don't go to sleep till like midnight after that. I'm out the gate.
You're thinking about Bile Titans and Hulks. You're like,
How's a Bile Titan? Oh, the bug.
oh, we know because we
always do robots.
You know, because also we don't play at that difficulty with Chris because it's high
is it
difficulties.
too hard?
Yeah, high difficulties you'll see at Bile Titans, but with Chris we have to.
With me, it's just like blowflies and monarch butterflies.
we run around with the splice switches and cans of Raid.
It's fun though.
Hey, and if that is true, then that is absolutely A-okay, Chris. You're still a true gamer at heart.
That is an interesting point you brought up though about do you win Stardew Valley? Because I do feel like there are now games coming through where winning isn't the idea. It's just about setting up your own little thing.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah, for me, you go.
Yeah, sorry, Animal Crossing is, you know, it's a fun, cozy farm sort of simulator game, and you're building your house in your town and stuff, and you get to you kind of get to the end of the storyline. There's like basically you've just got to build your house and then you pay it off and then you make your house bigger, and then eventually it gets to the end where there's like a little concert. And that signifies the end of the game, roll credits.
Right.
But then the game continues. Animal Crossing's it doesn't give you that sense of completion.
Oh.
Once you hit the end and once you've got enough money and once you've kind of done your island, you're kind of like,
right then.
now what? So I kind of wish that the cozy game had a completed end to it.
Yeah, right.
Because you hit your limit and then you're like, what, do I just start a new island now?
Yeah.
Like, you know?
Yeah, well, currently with my Stardew Valley obsession, I don't want it to end. I want it to go on forever and ever, although maybe in 20 years' time I might be a bit bored of the same farm.
20 years? Sorry, this is...
I'm committing for life, mate.
Ellie, you're the same person who hasn't watched any movies that anyone else has watched or any TV shows.
She's giving herself 20 years to finish a game, which based on how long it takes for her to finish games is actually quite smart.
It is. It's pretty smart.
I can't believe how addicted to this game you are.
I know, I really am. And because for me, it's like reading a book. For me, gaming is going into just an alternate reality, taking my brain away for a bit, living a different life. That's why I like simulation games and stuff. That's all it is. It's kind of like just reading a book, and it's meant to be a relaxing experience for me, but I know it's not the same for everyone else. And I wonder, I don't know what you guys think, but I wonder whether people, like my friends who I've just discovered like secretly gaming, whether they don't say they're a gamer because of the fact that they think it is just shooty shoot, or that there's a bad stereotype towards it because people say that it can cause violence in real life and blah, blah, blah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing as well, because you mentioned your mum and there's a generational gap, and it feels like the only time that generation, our parents' generation, hear about a video game is if it's controversial or if it's incredibly popular.
Yeah.
And if you think of in the last 10 years of a controversial game that's made the news cycle, you think of Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
All of our parents assume that most video games are Grand Theft Auto, or if it's insanely popular and it's just is blown up like Fortnite over the last 6 or 7 years, is a shooter game. So I feel like our parents associate video games with shooting because they watch the 6 o'clock news and that's the only time they actually see
You're right.
something that's related to a video game.
Totally. And that's why we did this podcast mainly,
Yeah.
because we wanted to try and smash those stereotypes. And I was just going to say, for those listening, and you guys too, for your homework this week, no, you don't have to do homework, but I was wondering whether people could look around their life, like their friend group or someone they know, and see if there's actually a secret gamer hanging around. Ask a friend that you have, do you ever play games? And then bring them to this podcast.
Yeah.
This was just a ruse to get new listeners.
I do like that though.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
And then transfer each of us like $100 just to say, hey, yes.
Yeah.
You know, I am a gamer. Here
We'll
I
send you our
am.
driver's license and it'll
Yeah.
be all legit.
If you've got any old gaming consoles, send them to us. We'll
Yeah.
send you $10 for shipping.
For free shipping.
We'll totally send that money.
And in fact, you don't even have to send us the stuff. We'll just give you the money. I like how this is swapped from them giving us money to us paying them.
No, but yeah, homework. I want you to find a secret dungeon gamer that you don't have to because they may not exist in your life, but maybe just look around one more time and
Yeah.
see.
Have a look around. Ask the
Yeah.
question. I have a situation from this week which has been really great. Where being a known gamer, because I was always a pretty low key gamer.
Yeah.
I'm not actively going around putting videos of me playing PlayStation up, but I am now, which is
Yeah.
cool. And he's just had back surgery. He's off work for 2 months.
Oof.
He said, "Hey, Casey, I just bought a PlayStation 5. I can't go to work for 2 months. Have you? You're the PlayStation guy. Can you recommend me any games?"
Oh,
And I was like, well, hell yeah, I can. Have you heard of blah, 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 blah? He's just like, I've literally played nothing. And I was like, Red Dead Redemption 2, here you go. Last of Us 1 and 2, here you go.
Yep.
Call me once you've completed those and I'll give you a couple of other games.
Wow.
So that was really nice. Chris knows his games.
yeah, cool.
So that was really cool. Second thing I wanted to bring up was you went to kindy when you were 3?
yeah, I think so. Yeah, 3
Your
4.
parents obviously did
Got
not
me
like
out.
having you around the house. That is so early.
I didn't even hear that small little detail. And you've been holding on to it that whole
Since the
time.
beginning.
Like, man, Ellie's parents hated it.
Yeah, I went when I was 6.
Did you actually? What, you went to school then?
Yeah,
Well,
it
you're
was
a bit dumb.
that was a joke.
Here, he's with us on this podcast.
All right, my topic for this week, I sent it through to our group chat and I had a lot of confused responses, mainly from Ellie.
Thank you so much.
The topic is you are in a Hunger Games situation. You're allowed to pick 3 video game characters who are your allies.
Yeah.
The Hunger Games, have you seen the movie?
Yes, I've seen the first one once.
And what happens in it?
They fight to the death.
Yes,
Basically.
it's a battle royale.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
All these people are chosen from all these districts and they're
Yeah.
put together to fight till the end until there's one person left.
Yes.
24 people.
24
24
people.
tributes.
Nice, that's right. Yeah.
There you go.
I have seen the first one, yeah. Okay.
Got a regular Katniss Everdeen over here. It's good memory, guy. So 24 people are in this giant dome. It is a giant world environment thing. You have to pick 3 people that will be your allies in there.
Yeah.
The rules are and these are the official Hunger Games rules.
Okay.
Before you go in, you get 1 week of intense training.
Okay.
You do that training with a mentor.
Okay.
And that mentor can airdrop you items during, not a lot, but every now and then can drop you in items to help you out.
Okay.
Costs them money.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. A sponsor.
Or sponsors, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
You can take 1 item in that isn't a weapon,
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Yeah.
and there can only be 1 victor at the end.
Yes.
Okay.
So the 3 allies that we have are video game characters are also tributes. So we go in, are all 3 of us in the same Hunger Games with our 3 allies?
It's
So
no, it's
there's
separate.
There's
I'm not
12
there.
people. Okay, so it's just me.
It's
Me,
you and 3 video game allies.
3 video game allies,
Okay.
and we're going in there to kill everyone else.
Yeah.
But once it gets down to hopefully the final 4, which will be us,
You can only have
we then have to turn on each other.
1 victor.
You can only have
yeah, I
one
see.
victor.
I see. Yeah.
So this is
okay.
why it's interesting
Yeah,
because you
okay.
could just pick the heartiest people in all of video game dim,
Yeah.
but
No,
then you
got
have
it.
to you
And
got
then, you
to
can,
Got it, yeah.
and then you can guarantee a top 4 placing.
yeah.
But then you're definitely coming 4th.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm with you now. Yeah. Got it.
got it. Ellie's all aboard. All right.
Oh, all aboard, mate.
So the first thing we'll start with, and you guys have a think about this if you
Yes.
haven't already,
Mm.
is who is going to be your mentor?
A video game character.
A video game character. Now, I wasn't clear about this. So basically, a mentor is someone that trains you for a week beforehand.
So they're not with you in the ring.
No, they're not with
This
you.
is the 4th entry.
So this is just
okay.
something to think about,
It's
Ellie.
the Woody
Yeah.
Harrelson.
This
of the
is
Hunger
Woody
Games.
Harrelson of the Hunger Games who trains
okay.
Katniss and blah, blah.
Yeah.
Okay, who is your mentor?
Peter. God, you've never
Did
seen
you
the
watch
movie.
this last night or something?
I've seen it a lot of times.
I need to watch it again. Good movie.
He works at a bakery.
Oh my goodness, he does. Okay, so where was I?
Okay. Yeah.
Gaming news.
So I bought this thing. Where's my money?
I've been thrown off by Guy's amazing knowledge of this book. Okay, so you've got a mentor who can train you for a week.
Yeah.
Who is that going to be? My mentor is going to be, and it was a toss-up between, and second place was Solid Snake.
Oh, yeah.
Who's great at blending in, especially in Metal Gear Solid 3. He's in the jungle, like blending in, hiding, and slowly picking people off.
Yeah.
Isn't he the guy that also hides in a cardboard box?
He does do that. He's known to do that.
King
And
of camouflage.
And it gets them every time, Guy. So he's not my person. My mentor is Agent 47, Hitman.
Oh, yeah. That's a
Okay.
good one.
Because when you play Hitman, you can eliminate your targets, let's say,
Yeah.
with literally anything.
Oh,
He is
okay.
the master of using any item to essentially assassinate a bad person. So because I'm allowed to take one item in, I will take in something pretty standard. He will tell me which thing to take,
Yeah.
and he will say, this is how you use it to kill people.
And you think confidently that he's going to be able to teach you how to do all of that in a week?
I mean, no, of course not.
But he's like, I've killed somebody with this dental floss. You're like, wicked. All right. So should I take that? He's like, no, you wouldn't be able to do it.
No, I recommend taking this gun.
Use that rock.
So he's going to be my mentor. That way I don't have to come up against Agent 47 at the end.
Yes.
All right. So do you guys have any ideas for your mentor?
Ellie?
I think my one mentor would be, I think, Lara Croft. I haven't played Tomb Raider, so I don't know much about it, but I know that she's a survivalist, right? Like, she survives, and she's been down in the dumps. She's also a woman. I feel like I want a woman to just, like, she gets me, she gets my girly things. Probably Lara Croft would be my mentor.
So it's important for your mentor to get you girly things.
Yeah, no, exactly. Just in case I'm on my period for that time,
Yeah,
and
so
she can tell me what the best strategy is.
Because that's going to change everything. It's going to be a
You're
massively
not allowed
different
to go in with tampons. So it's like, Lara,
Exactly.
what leaves do I roll up? Exactly. So no, that way, I'll pick
Stop.
something that's poisonous.
Thank you, guys. I'm so glad you get it.
All right. Okay. She's also like a millionaire, so she just pays for hers. Just FYI.
yeah,
That
Nice.
was
Yeah.
actually
They should be
mine.
free, by the way.
Was it actually?
Lara Croft was
Oh.
mine because obviously the survival instincts, but for me, she's a billionaire, so she can send me anything.
Right,
So
right.
I want a wallet.
I didn't know that bit, but yeah, I'll take it.
You
And
want
your
a
girly
wallet, do you?
things.
Do you think I just want to hang out with Lara Croft for a week?
Yes, there's so many other billionaire characters. You just pick the one
But
that
she's a survivalist as well.
Stop, just
I've played the games. Plus, I want to know all about ghillie bits.
Right, okay, so
I want to be able to know what leaves work for period products in the jungle in case I come across a struggling person.
Right.
And I'm like,
Exactly.
hey,
yeah, right, okay.
have you tried that leaf? And she'll go grab the leaf and then just
So-
murder the
Yeah,
bitch.
smart. Yeah, nice.
So while I'm training with Agent 47, who's like ice cold and
On how
not
to
taking
kill
any
somebody
shit,
with a toilet seat.
I look over and you're just hitting on Lara Croft for a week. This is BS. All
I'm
right.
about to die.
Yeah, with that attitude you are. All right, so our mentors are locked in.
Yeah, they're
And
locked in.
Yeah.
I agree with one of them. Okay, first ally for me,
Yeah.
John Marsden from Red Dead Redemption 1.
Okay.
Okay.
What does he do? Why?
He is a. I know we've used this term quite a lot in the last 5 minutes. He is a survivalist. He
Yeah.
survives in the Wild West.
Okay.
He's a gunslinger. He's got what's it called? Red eye,
Did I?
pink eye, dead eye.
He's rubbing those leaves that Lara didn't tell him about.
He's got pink eye, so he can slow down the environment and select targets and pick them off. That's handy to have.
Okay.
All right. He's
Yeah.
also, he's got a few anecdotes. He's got a cool accent.
Oh, awesome.
right,
so that's
so-
like for vibes or something. Is that for the vibes?
Because I want good vibes.
Yeah, okay, sweet.
All right.
Yeah.
So he's my first ally. Should I do all three of mine? Or should we now go through? Let's take turns.
Let's take turns. Can I have a question?
Okay.
Because there are certain video game characters in the video game universe that can only be killed a certain way. By like with a certain gun or a certain method.
Mm-hmm.
Are we wiping the slates clean of that and they can just be killed like as if they're a normal person, however they do have possibly like
Well,
the same.
what's your example here?
My first one
Mm-hmm.
is the ghosts in Pac-Man.
Oh, yeah.
Because only Pac-Man can kill the ghosts, but that's only if Pac-Man eats one of the big dots. And then they turn it.
That's a real current reference you're using here.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? There's the three ghosts that hunt you down, but if
Yeah.
you grab one of the big dots, then they all of a sudden turn a different color and freak out, and then that's how Pac-Man can eat them.
Yeah.
Are you saying that if I use one of those ghosts, the only way to kill that ghost is if I inhale a big dot?
You know what? I'm
Can
going to
I-
say no, because
Good.
that's
Okay.
incredibly annoying.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, I will say my first ally is the ghost, one of the ghosts from Pac-Man.
From
Okay.
Pac-Man, cool.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
All right.
and you can inhale big dots on your own time, right?
Finding one of those plants that Lara told me about.
My first ally would be, this is for, again, survival, and I mean, I haven't played much of this game, but I played the first scene, and it was enough to know that this guy's a badass. It would be Nathan Drake.
Nice.
Yeah, from Uncharted. I don't know lots about him, but I could just tell, hey, that's a guy I need to follow because he's good at surviving and getting through stuff. So that'd be my first one.
The issue with him, though, is everywhere he leads you, it'll be crumbling and branches will be snapping as you're grabbing onto them. Also, he doesn't know much about your girly bits.
Oh, okay, that's why I got Lara.
Lara.
Nice.
So,
You can see why I did both. Yeah, no.
Can I actually say why I picked the ghost? Because I realised you guys gave reasons.
Yeah, why did you? We just
the
kinda moved
reason
on.
I picked the ghost is because in Pac-Man, those ghosts are always finding you. They're always hunting down Pac-Man. They know where he is. So the ghost...
Do they?
Oh, it's like a geo-tracker, sort
The
of.
ghost is just going to... I'm just going to follow the ghost because it's going to lead me to the closest enemy.
Nice, bro. Yeah, I can see that.
So they're like... It's like a bloodhound.
And then when the bloodhound ghost leads you to the enemy, are you going to kill them or does the ghost kill them?
Dealer's choice. You know, if the ghost kills it, I'm like, attaboy.
See what mood I'm in. Right, okay. Great work, everyone. Second ally, Master Chief from the Halo series.
Of course.
Okay. Yeah, why's that?
Guy, why is Master Chief good?
Well, he's a genetically enhanced human in a incredibly powerful suit that gives him basically unlimited stamina. He's incredibly strong. He's incredibly good at fighting. He's
That's
incredibly
right.
good
So-
with
Okay.
weapons.
All that stuff.
He's a super soldier.
all that
Okay.
stuff. Obviously, we don't have guns or grenades or anything, but he'll be able to grab something from the environment.
Oh, he can hit you.
Yeah, he can just punch you. So he's
One
my next
hit.
person. All right, so that's who I've chosen. All right,
Yeah,
Guy.
beautiful.
A clicker.
A
Sorry?
clicker from Last of Us.
Yes.
Oh, right.
The
Oh my
zombie.
goodness, you would hate them.
The zombie
really?
that is, after so much time turning into a zombie and decomposing, they're incredibly deadly and dangerous. They've got insane hearing.
They're blind, but
But
they
they are
hear.
blind.
And they click to hear. They're like, you know how
Oh,
Sonic-
so it
like a,
reverberates.
like a, like a
Yeah.
bat. Bats and whales. Bats and whales.
Oh, wow. Ooh.
yeah.
So clickers are horrible.
and they run at you screaming when they hear you.
Basically, if a clicker grabs you, game over.
Yeah, no, I'm out. I'm
Okay.
out of the Hunger Games. Just
Clicker,
based
I
on
like
that.
it.
Now, the reason also for a clicker is that when I'm, at Hunger Games, it can drag on. So if I want to catch some sleep, all I got to do is just make sure my clicker is around so that if it hears anything, it goes, "Arrgh!" and then it wakes me up. I'm like, oh shit, there's somebody
Oh, I
nearby.
see. Yeah,
And, I'm
yeah.
like- and then my ghost will be like, oh, that's Pac-Man.
I've got a problem with that theory.
Okay.
You snore like a mother effer. That clicker is going to kill you after 1 minute.
Good night, clicker. Watch your. No, boy, down.
Yeah, you're going to make a snoring noise and then just run straight at you.
Good point.
Ellie.
For my second one, this is for the smarts and the logic. I've picked Connor from Detroit Become Human, which is an android
Yes.
from Detroit Become Human. He is basically in this game. He is investigative. He investigates crime scenes and stuff. So he's really good logically and knows what's going on.
He can figure out, he can
yeah.
deduce things.
Exactly. Yeah, that's
I
why I
like it.
take him. Yeah.
All right, that's good stuff. My last ally, Ellie. They sounded
fun.
similar, so I
Yeah.
thought it's just fun.
Fun.
Just
Fair
what we do
enough.
here.
Fun with words, you know?
Yeah.
My last ally is Kratos
Oh yeah.
from God of War.
How are you going to beat him though
That's
on the
the
final
thing.
ring?
He's got something up his sleeve. He's got some.
Yeah.
I've got something up my sleeve here.
Okay.
I do have something up my sleeve.
okay.
So the guy who created the game
Yeah,
has
he's
a
got-
loophole
rigged
in the
it.
game.
Uh,
is.
I did not write the Hunger Games books, guy, all right? It'd be more like you with all that knowledge you got. So Kratos is my third ally. Reason being that I've pretty much decided that he is probably the most hearty video game character in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The god, has killed so many gods.
Yeah. Wow.
Throughout his illustrious career, that I think he one-on-one can beat literally any other video game character.
Yeah.
That's just my
What about
theory.
Superman?
Yeah, no, he's a little bitch compared. Sorry, no, Superman's all good. Sorry, I apologize as if Superman was listening. Hey man, Clark Kent, if you're listening, I'm so sorry. We're just having a little fun with words. You know how it is on ECG. But no, he's more of I don't know. I feel like Kratos would F him up.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's my third ally.
Okay.
Guy.
Ellie?
So wait, I'm still torn on the fact that you're not going to beat him at the final.
No,
thing.
he's going to tell us. He's
Yeah,
going to tell us at the end.
He's got his gag at the
My
end. Okay,
theory.
so
It's not a gag, it's a theory.
sorry, theory. Okay.
Are you going to say your theory and we're going to go,
No.
Okay, no,
that's
sorry
good.
for pre-shitting on it. All right, so
There she is. There she is. Ellie with the
Here's
poo
the
gang.
my third one. Now you might not know this one, Chris, but you will. Actually, no, you might because you
What
played a
about
little
Guy?
bit of it. Oh yeah, did I just take?
We were
guys'
going
turn?
counterclockwise
Oh, sorry,
for those
bro.
listening.
Oh,
Yeah, they would have.
Those listening, hey, what about Guy?
Sorry,
Yeah.
Guy, you go.
my third one was a toss-up between, you know, in Mario, there's the little things that look like turds with faces.
Oh, God, Ellie, you go.
The things, are they called Koopas? The ones that are just like...
Sure.
Yeah, Coopers.
Koopas. I was thinking that
Oh, yeah.
because they're useless, they might do something, but I know I can just jump on it and kill it.
Right.
Because I'm
Okay.
thinking end game here.
Oh, I say, yeah.
That and Jin Sakai from Ghost of Tsushima.
Right.
So I think I might go with Jin
Yeah.
because he's all about honor.
Honor.
So he's not going to kill me if I have no weapon and I'm mates with him.
Okay.
He's going to be like, guy, and we'll be boys, and then I'll kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
With
Okay.
a conk on the head with
See,
a rock or something.
I'm trying to Google this
Beauty.
little brown thing so that we can nail the pronunciation
gonna-
of it.
Yeah,
Because
of
I
course.
hate, yeah.
All right, well, how about I find it while
Okay.
Ellie tells us her
Hey,
third?
can I just say, Jin Sakai, though, towards the end of Ghost of Tsushima, and spoiler alert, he starts to turn to the Ghost of Tsushima, where
Yeah,
he is open to being dishonest.
yeah, I'll just like guilt trip him.
Yeah. He
I'll guilt
seems
trip
like a good guy.
I'll be like, remember your horse? And I'll be like,
Oh my God, you brought
Yeah.
that up. Yeah.
yeah,
All right,
yeah.
Ellie, third character.
My third character, now this one is simply for the vibes and the fun. This is for vibes,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
for
yeah.
fun. It's also just to keep the morale up. It's also to give me some advice as I go. You might know who this character is because you played a little bit of this, but it's Dr. Hakim from It Takes Two.
Yes.
You know that guy? Yeah, he's the bull.
work on your relationship.
It's so good.
yeah.
Oh, racist.
That's good. But it'd be him because he's just funny. He appears out of nowhere when you
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
expect him. And I feel like he'd just keep me laughing and
Yeah,
he'd give
yeah,
me
yeah.
advice. He'd
Okay.
go, no, Ellie, you need to do this.
Yeah.
that's
Well,
what-
no, Ellie, not that leaf. Don't put that there. You need to waterboard the elephant. What are you doing?
Sorry, he's turned Italian as well. And also, I don't know the storyline either.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
But aren't you worried that you're like hiding and you're about to die and then he pops up? He's like, Ellie, what are you doing?
He does it in the
That's a
game.
good point,
the
yeah.
two characters are doing something, it just pops up and they go like, oh, God.
yeah, it's a great point you make. But,
No,
I
but
thought
he's
it'd be
got
funny.
helpful advice.
And it'd just be funny. It'd just be a morale booster.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah.
your allies, can you kill them at the end? Ellie?
Oh, is this now?
No,
oh.
Guy, Ellie, Guy,
It's
can
a
you?
Goomba.
A Goomba,
Oh,
there
a
you go.
Goomba. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
nice.
after I googled little brown face thing in Mario.
I'm glad you chucked in Mario on the end of that. So, Guy, do you think you could kill your allies?
I can kill a clicker. Oh, my item was a Swiss Army knife, by the way.
You can't take a weapon in.
No, but it's this multi-tool. It can
Oh,
be
I
used.
see. Loophole.
as-
All right, fair enough. Yeah, okay.
So I can kill a clicker. It'll be hard, but I can
You
kill
gotta
it.
shiv it in the neck.
You got to sneak up on it and shiv it in the neck.
Yeah,
I've discussed how I'll kill Jin.
which
by
is
hitting him in the head with a rock after I guilt trip him about being boys.
and mentioning his
Oh, yeah.
horse that passes
Yeah.
away. Oh,
Yeah,
spoiler alert, by the way.
Oh, wow. And I can kill the ghost.
How are you gonna kill the ghost?
Hit it with a stick.
Doesn't it just go straight through
Not
it?
how you kill a ghost.
Yeah, but I can't do it by inhaling a giant dot. So I'm gonna capture it with leaves and twigs. Like, you know, it's gonna go
Oh,
capture it,
yeah,
and then I'm
yeah.
gonna stab the crap out of it.
Okay, but
yeah.
they're technically already dead, though, aren't they? A ghost.
Yeah, but we can't pick immortal things, otherwise.
Yeah, well,
game
this is the
doesn't-
fine print. Just hit that ghost with a stick.
So the ghost is going to be the hardest,
Okay.
unless somehow it gets killed by somebody
Wait.
else along the way.
I guess if you shape the stick like a cross or something, it'll probably work.
Yeah,
and then stab
what
it.
I'm going to do is I'm going to on a rock. I'm going to draw Pac-Man using leaves from leaves and flowers that Lara will tell me about, and I'll
Yeah.
paint Pac-Man, and he's going to go like and like run into the rock, thinking it's Pac-Man.
Oh, that's so smart. Yeah,
And then he'll be like,
yeah.
on the ground, like, oh, God, there's a rock. Oh, and then I'll just
Hit it with a stick.
stab the shit out of it.
Right, okay,
Nice.
cool.
So
Graphic.
yeah, and then victory royale.
Nice.
Nice. Now, I think the hardest thing about trying to kill Dr. Hakim, I don't even know if I'm saying his name right, God. He's technically a book. So I feel like the hardest thing about killing that one is actually just like, I feel sad killing the vibes. But I think I could kill a book. I'd
Well,
just
you
throw
just
it in
burn
the
it.
water or something. Yeah, exactly.
Light a fire, burn the book.
Exactly.
Open it all the way around and snap
Yeah.
its spine. You know,
Oh,
give it.
yeah. Oh, but yeah, that'd be pretty sad. And then Connor, the android, just find his chip and just stab it so he just
Do you know
starts
where it is?
malfunctioning. From memory, side of the head. It's just in here.
Just be like,
in the
hey,
temple.
let's go for a walk by the river. He'd be like, great idea. And just push him in.
Yeah. I'll get his trust and then boom.
Yeah.
And then look.
Nathan Drake.
I mean, let's be honest. I might not be able to fight him, but I might just seduce him and then get him, where it hurts later. when he's sidetracked.
Hit
That's
us
what I
hit us
do.
downstairs with a stick. The old Guy Mansell method.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
I like it. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Chris, how are you going to kill Kratos, Master Chief, and John Marsden?
What a weird combo.
I mean, solid 3.
Yeah.
So
So-
you're definitely making it to the top.
The key to this, right, is I'm going to spend the entire time being Kratos' little protege, his little boy.
Yeah, like Atreus.
like his
Atreus.
son.
Atreus.
Exactly. So by the end of it, he would willingly give up his own life
Oh,
so
I
that
see.
his boy can live on.
So you think he'll sacrifice himself for you?
Basically, at the end, it's going to be like, Papa, it's me and you. Only one of us can go on. He'll be like, boy, you go on.
I see.
Chris, you're 32 years old. Clearly, you're not my son.
What do you mean, Papa? Don't talk to me like that. So that's my strategy with Kratos.
Okay, yeah,
Is
all
to
right.
deal to his sensitive side.
That's
Okay.
right.
He's
So
known for that.
basically, Kratos' entire job is to pretty much kill everyone and then teach me his ways. I become his son.
Gotcha.
Master Chief, he'll probably do quite a good job as well. John Marsden will help us hunt for food by using Deadeye. And
Okay.
then Master Chief and John Marsden, I will trick them into going in water because those two characters cannot swim.
Oh, right, nice.
good.
In
That's
video games,
smart.
you die.
Oh, okay.
The other option was
Well,
Tom.
Master Chief can go in water.
Well, I googled lists of characters that can't swim, and Master Chief was like
In
number
the
2.
first Halo, yeah, true.
So,
Yeah,
so it's
I'll
just,
give you that.
Okay.
and so that's how we'd get rid of those two.
I see.
And then Kratos convince him to. That's going to be the hard part is convincing Kratos that I'm his wee boy.
That's
Yeah.
basically impossible.
A 32-year-old just bloke in a hoodie being like, "Picture me as your son, Daddy." So that's my strategy.
Okay.
Will it work? Who knows?
I love it though.
What's your strategy, listeners? I always do this at the end of my segments and then don't know where to tell them to go to. Go to the Extremely Casual Gamers podcast on Instagram and let us
Yes.
know, or join our
Nice.
Facebook page and let us know there.
Love
That's
it.
fun.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Good segment, Chris. Nice work.
Thank you, Ellie.
What was your item?
Oh, I didn't say it. I didn't even have one. Wait. Yeah, no, I've got
Damn it, you
nothing.
could have taken tampons in this whole time.
And there's our actual finish. Sam, leave this part in. Leave this part
You're
in.
nailing this, Sam.
I want no, but leave. I want people to know how much of a Goomba Ellie is.
All right, professional.
Here we go. Here we go.
All right, so that brings this episode to a close. We've got a lot of giveaways to give away, don't we, guys?
Oh, yes.
Yes, we do. Guy, you've got one to give away. Hit us.
Yes, it came out 2 weeks ago. It is called Stellar Blade. It is I called it a Japanese RPG, but somebody pointed out that
Korean.
It's Korean. I knew that, but it's just called a JRPG because it copies elements and themes from the Japanese genre. So
Does it?
No, I don't think it does. And I didn't want to say anything on the episode because I didn't think it was my place.
All right,
But
okay.
It's like an action game.
yeah.
Oh, no, there is some light RPG elements in terms of like you're leveling up and stuff,
Yeah.
but there's not much decision making on it. That's the main thing, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, Stellar
Alright.
Blade, it's out on PlayStation 5. We have a copy to give away.
Woo.
And our winner is big shout out to Jono Hollins. You've got
Oh.
yourself that game. We'll flick you a DM, get your address, and we'll flick it out to you.
Shot, Jono. Thanks for
Jono.
listening, mate.
Shot, Jono. And this brings us now to the Helldivers 2 giveaways. As we've talked about the last few episodes, we had a bunch of Helldivers codes to give away, thanks to PlayStation. So here they. What's up?
Just quickly, anyone from Africa who entered, we won't be able to send them to you.
Unless it's South Africa.
Unless it's South
very
Africa.
good.
Yeah.
True
Yeah.
that. Okay, now these are for PS5, just to clarify, not PC.
And they're codes too, so you don't have to be from New Zealand.
Exactly. So, first of all, I just want to say congrats to Josh Bramford,
Oh,
you and
Josh.
your mate that you tagged. You're both getting a code.
Nice.
So, sending you 2 codes. Congrats to Cam Holt. Cam, you and your mate, who you also tagged, are going to get a code each. Congrats to Donna Brown. Yourself and the person you tagged are getting a code each. And,
wow.
Yeah. And Jenna Stevens
Oh.
is also a winner.
And is her friend getting one?
And the friend is
Oh,
getting
my
one.
God.
Woo!
Sorry, that's 9 giveaways on one episode.
Yeah, that's a lot. Actually, no, I've got one more for you, Chris.
You're
Although we're not
joking.
actually going to announce it here. But we had another giveaway in our Facebook group, ECG for ECG, for another Helldivers code. We're not going to announce that here. We're just going to announce that in the group. So if you're not part of it, join it, ECG for ECG. And if you're part of it, keep an eye out for a post from us this week for the winner of the Helldivers 2 game.
Bloody
Nice.
good. And people might be thinking, what are you giving away next week? Well, we do have something.
We do.
So you'll have to listen to next week's episode.
Oh, yeah, we do. Nice.
We do,
yeah,
actually, yeah.
Smart. Yeah. What are you guys going to play this week? Guy has no idea.
I was like, I wasn't part of this
Remember,
business.
you agreed to give away your PlayStation.
Oh, yes.
No,
What are we playing this week? I've been pretty slack on the PlayStation front this week in general, like gaming, but I have watched 2 video game movies 2 nights in a row.
what were they?
Ready Player One, love
yeah?
that movie, and Free Guy, one with Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, yeah.
Easy watching, video game related, lots of fun. You love Ready Player One, Chris.
I feel like I would. I'm thinking about
There's
it.
a bit of cheesiness to it. It's based off the book, and there's been a second book. There's maybe a second movie. It's all very political.
Was it called Ready Player 2?
It genuinely was.
Oh,
Yeah. Ready Player Two.
Right, okay.
No, but Ready Player One, amazing book, came out 2010. The movie came out like 2018. A lot of fun. Great
Okay.
movie. There's like hundreds of video game references.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Well, it's
But,
like Rick and Ralph's like that.
Yeah, kind of like Rick and Ralph. Helldivers 2, Fallout 4, and I'm going to do it. Red Dead Redemption 2.
You're going to play it again?
I'm playing it again.
Are you?
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh.
I've been on the fence about it, and then somebody was messaging me about playing it again, and I was like, you know what, I'm doing it.
How many times is that?
This will be my 4th playthrough.
Wow, it is one of your favorite games of all time,
I
isn't it?
love it. And
It's
every
The
si-
Witcher for you.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
every single time I'm playing it, I'm like, you know, I'm going to be a bad boy. I'm going to have low honor. I'm going to be I've never done it that way, but I'm going to do it. And then I'm like, no, I want to be a good cowboy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
I'll probably
nice.
do that again.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yum.
I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna keep running this weird breeding scheme I've got with my Ditto and Pokemon Gold, and get through that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also flying down south on Friday morning, so excited for another, traveling with my Game Boy.
Oh, yeah, cool.
That's where I justify having it. That gonna play Cyberpunk when I get a chance, and jump on Helldivers 2 with Guy, Pugs, and old Nate. We got a little awesome foursome going. Maybe
Cute.
tomorrow night. Maybe. Oh, your parents are here.
Parents are here.
Oh God.
Wednesday night.
Wednesday night. Yeah, right. Well,
People who are listening to this on a Thursday and Friday are like, what?
Yeah, that's confusing.
oh my God, yeah, we
Yeah.
massively just spoiled when we were doing this. Wednesday night next week.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
what you meant.
What are you doing, Ellie?
Well, my partner Sam's away again. Woo! No, I love him, but I've got the bed and the house to myself, so I'll just be playing probably hours of Stardew Valley. to be
How's your
honest.
Facebook Marketplace thing where you just say you've got a whole bunch of cool Pokemon shit and then you just don't?
Who me? Oh, is
Yeah,
it me
how's
that
it-
did
how's
the
it-
scam?
how's it
What's
going?
this guy? I was going to get another $150 out of that guy over there.
160.
Oh, yeah, $160.
The funny thing about this whole scheme was I was genuinely like lying awake in bed one night. I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, this bloody B word. I called her a B word in my head.
Oh my God.
And I was like, I don't even want the money back. I want the game.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
If I tracked her down, I'd just be like, hey, somehow I was going to track her down because I realized, this is funny, that her page also follows and likes quite a lot of posts from a particular primary school down there.
Yeah.
So she's obviously got kids at the primary school,
Yeah, go wait at the gate.
which makes me feel like, look, if she
Creepy.
has to hustle to get money for the kids, sweet as.
Yeah, I know.
But also the other part of me was like, I don't care. I want to get down and get that Pokemon game.
I think your only logical thing to do is you by yourself with that moustache stand outside of school with no kids, that you don't have any kids there.
Yeah.
And just aggressively look up and down everyone that walks out of that school.
Yeah,
I agree.
that, and
Yeah.
then go
Cool.
to
Be like, do you have a Pokemon?
and then go to Lower Hut, count down into the deli section, and just start flipping out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's
anyway.
what Chris is doing this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool, man. Yeah, well, thanks for joining us again for another episode. And follow us on Instagram, Extremely Casual Gamers Podcast, TikTok, Extremely Casual Gamers. We're on YouTube. We do the full videos there if you actually just want to watch our beautiful faces.
Well, that's how my brother consumes our content.
Does he watch?
Yeah, shout out
Aw,
Ross.
Hi, Ross. I'm just giving him a wave to the camera.
There you go, Ross.
Oh, I did. Oh, yeah,
Oh,
guys, pulling the
Guy,
finger.
that's rude, Guy. Come on, man.
All right, see you next week. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.